Good morning and welcome to Sunday Morning Beers. The day after Brew-Ha, or should we say Boo-Hoo-Ha, or it was a bust, haha. Not good. What happened? Is apparently the third week of August a bad week?
What do
Well,
you
they smell
want,
something
Lily?
good.
Oh, it's the new coasters.
She's smelling
from Chuck.
the new wooden coasters. Yes, that we acquired at Brew-Ha. You know what I think it is? You know, we'll actually talk about why Brew-Ha was a bust. Let's start with a beer, though. We need a beer here to start today after a long, hard week of preparation. What we have is called, the brewery is Troubadour, and the beer is called West Coast. And it's a black imperial IPA. So kind of, I don't know if it's quite as popular in the U.S. now as it was a couple of years ago or even a year ago, but still pretty popular, and I'm always intrigued by the style because there's so many different things that you can do with this style, the black IPA, and you know, it's a tough style to perfect. So seeing a Belgian version of that, oh my goodness, we got a Victor sighting. We got Victor and Lily. What are the odds of that?
What's going
It's
on?
this should be a very highly rated show with two animals in it. No
What's
doubt
wrong?
about that.
You're so nervous.
So, you know, the West Coast thing, I think they're kind of doing a little play on, you know, people on the West Coast always say they do the best IPAs because a lot of hops grow out there.
Why are you freaked
And
out?
so the deal is with this is it's hops growing on the west coast of Belgium. Okay, so 9.2%. It's a pretty big beer. Let's check it out here.
Okay.
So it should be pretty unique. Thinking black IPA with kind of a Belgian yeast twist. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what you're thinking.
I'm not thinking.
Not really thinking.
No.
Very, very tired from a long, long week of preparation, and really weeks of preparation on my part for Brew-Ha.
Oh my, it's kind of okay.
It's
Stop.
pretty frothy.
Yeah.
Pretty frothy. Not really black. It's sort of a copperish brown color. I was also expecting, for the fancy bottle, I was kind of expecting a cork. You can see the bottle's quite fancy. Nothing wrong with having a cap on there, I was kind of surprised. I thought that it might have been a cork on there. Yeah, it is pretty frothy. Yeah, the color is deep copper, reddish brown. I would say definitely not what I would expect from a black IPA. Nice hoppy aroma.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not ready for a beer just yet.
Okay. Well, you take your time on that. It's kind of citrusy hops.
It's so foamy. It looks like a root beer float.
A lot of foam to dig through there in the sip.
There you go.
Kind of tastes like a brown ale. Kind of the caramely, nutty, almost maltiness.
But not an imperial IPA. Boy, that head is really lasting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, the maltiness of it is brown ale. I'm getting caramel, toffee, a little bit of chocolate in there. No roasted character at all, which that's fine because the difficulty of the black IPA is making sure that it's not actually just a hoppy stout. You don't want it to be too roasty. But I don't think that you want it to be a brown ale either. It's not supposed to be a hoppy brown ale. Nice hop flavor. Kind of spicy, citrusy. Not excessively bitter. Body's fairly thin. Wouldn't guess that it was 9.2% alcohol, would you?
Yeah,
Doesn't seem all that warming.
It's a little warming.
I would call this more of a hoppy brown, like an American style brown.
Oh, what's
That's
wrong?
what I would call it. American style brown ale. So Troubadour West Coast was $12.49 for this bottle. Think that we might have bought this in Ohio.
It's got an orange tag. It's Merchants.
Yeah. Okay, we bought it locally here. Okay, we bought this at Merchants in Dearborn. So you can get this in Michigan, probably elsewhere in the Midwest. I'm guessing look for it if you're curious. You know, I don't know that it's worth $12.50, but it's a hoppy brown ale. If you like hoppy brown ales, might be worth checking out. It's definitely not bad. Just if you're thinking black IPA and you're expecting a Belgian beer, not the Belgian yeast that I would expect on that either. Very, very American-ishy. That's to me.
American-ishy.
Yeah, that's totally a American style brown ale.
That's a really that's a new word.
Mm-hmm. We did. We created a new word on Sunday Morning Beers. Word of the day.
Yes.
Word of the day. So let's talk a little bit about the Brew-Ha and the fact that it was a little bit of a ghost town today. I think I thought that some of the earlier years, obviously we weren't prepared for as busy as it was going to be. But some people said that it was a little too close to the Michigan Brewers Guild Summerfest. Too many things going on, like you go to the Michigan Brewers Guild Summerfest and then the next week it's Brew-Ha, a little bit too much, too close. So we kind of spaced it out and we kind of started pushing it a little bit further back. And this year we wanted to go to the Michigan Brewers Guild Summerfest. So to pull off doing so many new beers, needed a little gap in between the two events. So we kept almost a month in between Michigan Brewers Guild Summerfest and the Brew-Ha. And really, we keep a very tight, if you're in the bar and restaurant business, you got to keep a really tight calendar of events, of things that are going on, because you need to know what's going to affect your business and so on and so forth. And there was really nothing going on this week, which, the only thing going on, certainly in our area, was the Lincoln Park Days, which is a bit of a joke. It's a couple of carnival rides, and that's about it. And so that's virtually a non-existent thing, and really nothing else. Next week is Labor Day, believe it or not, already.
Yeah. Do you
So
think people were getting their last hoorah in before kids go back to school?
it's possible. I mean, there's only you know that the weather is so short of a window, especially the way it was this year. We had so much rain that maybe people said it was a nice day, they were going to do something else. You never know, but I think the biggest thing, the biggest reason why we don't draw for events in our area is the fact that people in our area don't really come. I mean, people aren't coming from Lincoln Park. So everybody's driving there, and if you're going to drive there, you're going to say, well, maybe I'll just drive a little bit further.
Just like that one couple that came from Rochester.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they.
But so they're kind of the exception. They came far, and they knew that they've come every year to Brew-Ha.
Yeah.
So they said in their mind it was worth driving that far.
Yeah.
But some people they might have said, well, if I'm going to drive that far, I'm going to go spend the day on the water, or I'm going to go to a little more exciting town than Lincoln Park,
or maybe go to our cabin a week early.
It's hard to say. So. Events are really tough to pull off at the brewery because it's just it's hit and miss, and then when you spend a lot of money and time in an event, you gotta weigh whether or not it's worth it.
The cost effectiveness.
Yeah. So Brew-Ha, I don't know. Next year probably scale it down. I think I would definitely scale it down. You can't spend as much money as we did on this year because it ends up being kind of a losing proposition essentially. So probably.
But thank you to the people who did come.
Yes, thank you very, very much, especially the people that drove. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
Lenny.
The couple from Rochester.
Lenny is his name.
Very, very nice.
I don't remember his last name.
I definitely appreciate them driving so far, and and there was some regulars there for sure, and definitely appreciate all of you.
And Mike O'Brien.
Oh, Mike O'Brien.
Thank you
that
for
was
brewing.
really cool with the historic brewing demo, the cauldron, if you will.
Yeah.
Like a witch's brew. Really, really cool. If you didn't see that, you really missed out on that.
He said it was a old-fashioned stewing pot or something.
Yeah, really look at witch's cauldron and the wooden mash tun and the stuff that was for sale there was really cool.
Thanks, Chuck, for coming.
Yep, Chuck and Tracy.
Remember that I love that buffalo head.
Some really cool Brule Jewels and all that stuff and a lot of tasty beers. So. I don't know what exactly the story was. I think certainly it's the location. Just tough for people to decide to come there when they could go a lot of other places. I guess.
Hard to say.
So Long week for us. Very tired. Gonna have some coffee after I drink this and start it all over again. It's looking forward to next Saturday. Finally having a day off.
And Lily, what do you have to say for yourself?
And next weekend is probably going to be pretty quiet at the brewery because it's the last weekend of summer.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Which I guess we'll talk about that next Sunday with the summer being over. What can you say? It was nice to have Lily as our special guest and a little sneak peek of Victor too.
Yeah, I think he forgot the camera was on and he ran in here.
Don't see him too often. So, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming to Brew-Ha. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon at 4th Street Brewery. Cheers. Have a great week. All right. Short and somewhat sweet.